Shalom, call Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Also, Shalom, peace and blessings to the hopefully elect. So I have two articles I want to jump into here today. The first one dealing with this deadly blizzard that just touched down out there in Buffalo, New York, which now, according to the recent report that they've put out, has killed over 50 people. And you know that there's many more because there's so much snow out there. You don't know who's out there. So more than likely, once that snow clears, you're going to see a lot more bodies turn up. So looking out there in Buffalo, that was a major judgment from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And pretty soon you're going to be seeing what's happening in Buffalo, what's happening in California, and you're going to see it widespread throughout the U.S., throughout the world. Because right now, this is the season of judgment, as we continue to say. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is being heavy-handed on their judgment because we're at the very end. So this NBC News article here says, after deadly Buffalo blizzard, families scramble to find food and essentials. Which we've seen this before. Anytime there's a natural disaster that happens in which people are left without, people resort to what they, people go back to their, primal fleshly instinct, which is to survive. Whatever laws that exist that's on the books, all those constraints that you would normally have while a society is functioning normally, in a time of crisis and despair, those things go out the window because, of course, nobody's around to enforce the laws. So people are going to do what they have to do to live and survive, whether it means to steal, kill, loot, and rob. That's what they're going to do in order to get by. So that's exactly the situation that's out there right now in Buffalo, New York. And it's a crucial situation out there. So it says here, families in Western New York were scrambling to find food, medicine, and other essentials Monday after a historic blizzard blocked roads and cut off electricity, forcing many major supermarkets and pharmacies to close. In Buffalo, where at least 18 people have died, the two largest supermarket chains have been closed since Friday, as the latest forecast called for another 6 to 12 inches of snow. So they're saying that these markets and pharmacies out there have been closed since Friday, since the holiday weekend. So you know that them people out there is hurting. We've seen multiple reports of people dying inside their cars, dying while being outside, trying to shovel the snow. So there's been a lot of casualties out there in Buffalo. And it's all from Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. But it says there are no stores open. It's whatever you can grab, said Scott McCandless, 54, who lives in Orchard Park, a suburb southeast of Buffalo. Surrounded by snow Sunday night, McCandless ate a bowl of generic Cinnamon Toast Crunch for Christmas dinner. In the morning, he grew concerned as his supply of bread and eggs dwindled and his number of cans of meatball soup fell to 3. Now, that's important right there. It says that he ate a generic bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So you know how, like, when you go to the dollar store, you might see them generic cereal boxes. Rather than Fruit Loops, it's Fruity Loops. Or rather than Frosted Flakes, it's Sugar Flakes or something like that. So hey man, so them people out there is down bad. You know what I'm saying? They eating generic Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And then when he says when he woke up, he didn't have no bread, and eggs was getting low. Even the canned food that he had was getting low. Now, this is happening in a time of a crisis. Now, this is just one crisis. After this is over, they can go back to the supermarket and things are going to be stocked up again. But coming into 2023, as we continue to blow the horn, as we continue to sound the alarm, these food shortages, which they continue to speak about, but nobody's paying attention to nor taking heed to, these things are going to hit hard. So what you're seeing right now in Buffalo, this is just a minor incident of people not having food and not being able to go to the store. What's going to happen when you're able to go to the store and there's nothing there? In a situation like that, what do you think the outcome is going to be? It's going to be the same conditions that you have right now in Buffalo. And this is why I did the show just the other day called An Omen of Things to Come. The audio wasn't too good on it, but basically I was bringing it out that what you're seeing right now in Buffalo, all the chaos and the unrest and just, you know, the anarchy that's going on out there, this is about to happen widespread on a larger scale in 2023 when the S really hits the fan. See? So this is just an omen of things to come. People not having food, not having medicine. This is all going to roll over into the inevitable, which we're going to get it. Second Ezra, the 15th chapter. Matter of fact, let's just go to it. Let's bring it out. So this is Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, and we'll start at 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Why is this going to happen? We're going to read on. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. So they're not going to care about the laws. They're not going to care about what their higher officials are saying, because they're not going to be doing anything to help people's situation. All they're going to be doing is trying to give orders, but people are not going to be trying to hear that in that time. So that's why they're not going to regard them. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. They're going to do what they want to do. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled. The houses shall be troubled, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods. All right, that's a key point. And spoil their goods. Because of what? Because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Now, what's going on right now in Buffalo, New York, this is great tribulation. It's not the greatest tribulation, because there's really this right here ain't nothing. People ain't seen nothing yet. If you think that this is bad, wait until you see what the Most High has in store come next year, in a couple months. This ain't no great tribulation yet. This is tribulation, but this ain't no great tribulation. But if people are bugging out in these circumstances, just imagine how it's going to be like how I said earlier. You're able to go to the store, you're able to go places normally, but when you go, there's nothing there. And I believe that Second Ezra is the 6th chapter, maybe the 18th verse, and it says, suddenly the full storehouses shall be found empty. So that's what's going to be going on, right? It says, I was just getting low and I was getting nervous, he said. Going back, it says what? In verse 18, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled. And these cities are troubled. Right? This is the judgment of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Salakia. This is the judgment of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai upon these cities, upon these people, because of their pride, because they're so proud in their wickedness. They refuse to repent. They think that they're better than the Most High. They don't think that they have to repent and take any orders. They just feel like they got life all figured out. Well, the Most High is showing them that no, you don't. And your pride is going to get you destroyed. But it says what? The houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid. Going back here, what it say? I was just getting low and I was getting nervous. What's that? That's fear. You see? Because he's not sure how he's going to eat. He's not sure what the future holds for him. That's why he's getting nervous. Right? It says, we are trying to survive as much as we can, said Levin Oxmal, a front desk agent who has been snowed in since Thursday. We are kind of running out of food, Oxmal said, adding that there are no more snacks or drinks at the hotel's gift shop. It's really frustrating. The guests as well are losing their patience. We can't go anywhere. We're buried in the snow. See? The once-in-a-lifetime blizzard, which killed at least 57 people nationwide, including 27 in western New York's Erie County, has left many in dire predicaments. So you see, the Lord is known by the judgments which he execute. And these people ain't seen nothing yet. Okay, this is just light affliction right here, really. This is just light affliction. Okay, but the Lord has much worse prepared for these wicked Babylonians in the time to come. Just you wait and see. All right, you're going to be seeing, hey, look, is the Most High is going to turn up, man. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be seeing days, you know what I'm saying? You might turn on the news and you'll see news of 10 tornadoes going on in one part of your city. Then the next, you know, couple hours, there's a flood watch. And then the next couple hours, there's a thunder. You know, they're going to be reporting that thunder done killed 5+ people or 20, whatever the case may be. It's going to be out of this world. But you're going to know at that point that, yo, something ain't right. Something is not right. This must be the hand of God, as these worldly people say. That this must be God, you know, punishing people. They're going to know and they're going to consider. Just you wait. So that's all for this article. Point has been made. Let's jump here. A new trend happening in America. It's called trad wives. Are using social media to romanticize a return to traditional values as more and more women face post CV work / life balance burnout. So what's happening now is that you have a certain demographic of women that are starting this trend of basically returning back to the traditional role that a woman is supposed to have, which is to tend to the home, to be subservient, submissive to her husband, and take care of the children. That's what a woman is supposed to do. That's what a woman was really created for, to be a helpmeet unto the man. Right? And this Babylonian society has empowered women. And, you know, Esau has empowered women in so much so a way in which now women don't think that they need a man. All they want a man for pretty much is to, you know, get you know, to get some rod, you know what I'm saying, whenever they feel like it, or when they burning, you know what I'm saying, they can just call up Eugene or they can call up Chris and boom, you got it. But hey, other than that, America has these women groomed and conditioned to believe that you don't have to be submissive to a man. You don't have to be married and have a family. You can just be a baby mother, and that's the end all be all. See, but that's out of order, and that's why you see that there's no more strong families left. That there's so much division amongst men and women, especially amongst our people, the Israelites. There is no unity. And the reason for that is because we have gotten away from the proper order that the Most High set up. We have come away. We have gotten away from the laws, statutes, and commandments. But you even have women now, see, is saying that they want to go back to the traditional way. They don't like this Western way of life. And the thing about it is, all women in the earth do not operate like Babylonian women. This is just a Western world thing. In the East, all right, in African nations, over there in the Middle East, Asia, all right, their women understand their place, all right. These other nations of women understand that the man is the head, and they honor the man in that respect. They don't try to usurp authority over a man. They don't try to put themselves in the place of a man, because number one, their society does not allow that, and number two, it's not practical for them, because in these other countries, women don't have power. All right, women don't have power to get abroad and go here and go there, and you know, in a lot of these other nations, it's very dangerous for women to do that. Here in America, a woman can go out and sleep with 10 to 20 guys in one night if that's what she wants to do. In other countries, guess what? if a woman even tries to do that, she might never go back home. You see, but here in America, they can call the police, they can, whatever. See, so this Western way of life, these American women are realizing that men now in this, woke age, you know what I'm saying, the red pill movement, you know what I'm saying, with Andrew Tate and Fresh and Fit and these guys, really putting that masculine spirit back into men. You know what I'm saying? Telling men to, stop letting these women uh, abuse you and take advantage of you and this, that, and, stop just letting these women run wild. Let these women know that there's consequences for your actions, and you're not going to get married if you continue to be a hoe. And vice versa for the women as well. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of men out here that's not no good. You know what I'm saying? So don't be a silly woman. You know what I'm saying? Don't be out here just giving yourself to any old man, because a lot of these guys out here do not have good intentions. You know what I'm saying? You might be a good woman yourself, a woman that has a good heart, good intentions, right? But you know what I'm saying, you have to just wait until the Most High sends you that right man that you can be under. Preferably a man of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really the only man that's going to be in order and lead you in the right way. So it says a trad wife, short for traditional wife, is a woman who prefers to take a traditional or ultra traditional role in marriage, including the beliefs that a woman's place is in the home. It says here, stop shaming trad wives. All right, so this is the trend. She got a dress on, still got a chest showing, but it's it's that traditional look. You know what I'm saying? It says TikTok's trad wives are using the social platform to promote a return to traditional values. Many of the women espouse either a 1950s aesthetic or promote biblical ideology. See that? So, hey man, this all this is really of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Because you see, there was a time when the world went off and it was just cool to be lawless and wicked, but now people are realizing that being lawless and wicked, all it does is bug you out. All it does is make you depressed. It doesn't give you a good quality of life. What gives you a good quality of life is being under the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And that's what the men of the Lord, starting with our elders and apostles, have been preaching for the longest time. Now things are coming full circle. So it says that they're pushing that 1950s aesthetic or promote biblical ideology. Now, what does the Bible say about the role of a woman? Let's bring it out. 1 Corinthians 11:3. Salakia. 1 Corinthians 11:3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, or Yahushai, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Yahushai is Yahweh. See that? So that's the proper order. All right. The head is Yahweh, and then under Yahweh it's Yahushai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, and under Yahushai is the man, under the man is the woman, and under the woman is the children. That's the order. But what you have now in this society is you have the woman over the man. You see that? Now in this society you have the woman being put over the man. And that's completely bugged out. That's completely out of order. The Most High is not dealing with that. Right? But hey, the Most High said he would bring that to pass. Let me see if I can find that real quick. A woman shall compass a man. Because yeah, women have indeed compassed men in this society. Jeremiah 31:22. How long wilt thou go about, O backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. See, so now women think that they can take the role of a man that they can be the breadwinner, that they can be the, well, one thing that they won't do is they won't protect. Okay, listen, none of these women that's out here that claim that they don't need a man, or that they don't have to be submissive to a man. None of these women that have this manly spirit, they want to act like a man, right? I, I bet you that when the draft comes about, when they start drafting, ain't none of these women gonna want to go to war. Guess what they gonna do? They're gonna be trying to go back in the kitchen. They're gonna be trying to go back in the house. They're gonna be trying to do anything to get out of going to war. But I thought you wanted to be a man, though. I thought you wanted to be a man. I thought that you could do what a man can do. And what these women don't understand is that everything that they claim they can do, they claim that that they're equal to men, which men and women are not equal. All right. I don't see women out here, picking up 250 pounds, man. I don't see women out here. I don't see groups of women coming together to build houses and pave roads. I don't see that. Men do that. It's not that we hate women, but it's like, damn, what I'm saying, women have their role, men have their role. It really, all that was a snare by the so-called white man, because now you even have biological men that have transitioned that have transformed into women, and they're now letting them compete in women's sports. They're now taking your job in the workplace. Now trans women are winning Miss America. So you see, these Babylonian women have tricked themselves, have ran themselves out of the race. You see, thinking that you can be like a man, thinking that this all equal idea, that was better, but it's not. You see, going against the will of the Most High only leads to destruction, and it leads to confusion. The creators of the creator of the heaven and earth, he created all, so of course he knows what's good for us. Man and woman are flawed. You don't really know what you want. The Most High has to tell you what's good and what's not. Understand? But yeah, a woman has compassed a man. Let's go back. It's like, well, let's go back to the article. Let's read some more of this. It says, let's see. Let's check this out.
Controversy going around about the term trad wife and the intent behind the term, as well as the intent behind my channel and what I post. If you are not familiar with the term trad wife, it is a woman who chooses to live a more traditional life with ultra-traditional gender roles. So the man goes outside the house, works, provides for the family. The woman stays home, and she's the homemaker. She takes care of the home and the children if there are any. The misconception about the trad wife movement, it's not really a movement. Nobody's pushing it. People are typically just living it and maybe showcasing their lifestyle like me. And we believe our place, specifically us as individuals, believe our purpose is to be homemakers. It doesn't mean that we are trying to take away what women fought for. There are a lot of people trying to make this a sinister thing or put some other darker meaning behind the term trad wife. Nobody is doing that. No trad wife TikTokers are saying every woman's place is in their home. We as individuals are just choosing to be homemakers. That's all. Trad wives also believe that they should submit to their husbands and serve their husbands and family. And that triggers people because the word submit.
And that goes back to the scriptures, man. All right, because you have to understand that the Most High created the woman for the man, not the other way around. The Most High didn't create Eve and then Adam. He created Adam, then he made Eve to be what? To be a helpmeet unto the man. So the woman is supposed to help the man, be submissive unto the man. Do whatever the man tells you to do, as long as it's within the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That's your head. You're supposed to honor your head. Right? So that submission, you see, all of this goes back to the scriptures.
submit and serve. It makes women think that we're saying that we're less than a man. That's not what we're saying. Trad wives just believe that they are here.
Well, biblically, women are less than a man. All right. The scriptures say that the woman is the weaker vessel, and I might lose some women followers because of this, but hey, that's what the words say. Now, I'm not saying that a woman is less than a man in terms of she's like she's so much like in a repulsive way, but men and women are different. A woman cannot do everything that a man can do, and a man cannot do everything that a woman can do. The Most High designed us and created us differently, but coming together as a unit, we complement each other, and that's the best way that it works, right? But hey, the scriptures say that the woman was made as the weaker vessel, right? So, I mean, technically, yeah, women are inferior to men, are less than men, but that's what it is. So let's continue.
As women for a different role, equally as important though. I can make another video on that another time. To be a homemaker and to have traditional values does not make us bad people. It's 2022, women should have the choice to be homemakers or not without being judged. And women should also be able to use the term trad wife, which means traditional wife, and not be shunned for wanting to be more traditional.
Yeah, so even women of other nations understand that the way that the Western world has gone in terms of the traditional family, getting away from that's not beneficial, right? Because you have so many women out here that are struggling. They don't have a husband. They don't have any emotional support. They got 5 baby daddies, and none of them do want to take care of her or the children for that matter. And that's rampant in our communities, the Israelite community. See, so other nations of women are coming back to the realization that, we've been hoodwinked and bamboozled. All right. Basically, we've been hoodwinked and bamboozled, what I'm saying? We've been tricked out of our place in the name of equality. Right? In the name of equality, in the name of women's rights, we have lost. And really, when you think about it, what the hell were women fighting for? Like, women already had it so good. You ain't have to work. You ain't have to, you ain't have to do nothing. All you had to do was stay home and tend to the house, take care of the children, cook the food, make sure the house is clean, tend to the children. That's all you had to do. The man went out there and did the hard work. He brought the bread home. Women already had it good. But see, now I'm just going to speak on our women, the Israelite women. They went and followed after the so-called white women, the Edomite women, into this women's liberation, because the idea was that women are being oppressed. We're not allowed to work. We're not allowed to go out and do what men do, what I'm saying? But look where it's gotten you. Look where this liberal do as thou wilt satanic philosophy has gotten modern day women. Men don't want to marry you no more. And I'm not speaking about the sisters that are in the truth. You've repented, you've come back unto Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, truth and sincerity. I'm not talking about you sisters. I'm talking about these Babylonian women, these Western women in general. Look what's become of them, right? They're 40 years old, got 5 children by different men. They're not married. You know what I'm saying? They're unhappy, bitter. See, they're past their prime, so they're not as attractive to men anymore. So now they're pretty much alone for life. Hey man, you literally have women out here that are buying dogs and cats to keep them company because a man don't want to deal with them, because a man doesn't want to commit to them in that way. And actually now what a lot of men are doing is going overseas and looking for more traditional women. They're going to Africa. They're going to these Eastern nations that are not westernized to look for wives. Because these Western women, especially Babylonian American women, are just far gone, man. So it says, I believe working is good for many women, but working outside the home is also the cause of burnout for my. And yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So another point is, these women are going back to this trad lifestyle because basically life has been made too hard for them. See what it says? It says post CV, work-life balance burnout. So now women are saying, life is too hard. We can't live on our own. On our own. Salakia. We can't live on our own. We don't have any support. Now let's turn back traditional. So you see that in times of crisis and in times of need, things go back to its natural order, naturally. Now women want to be submissive. Now women want to be under a man. And that goes into the prophecy of Isaiah chapter 4. Let's go there. Isaiah 4:1. And it says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. So you know what? Because you have so many women out here that don't have husbands, that's going to be a reproach unto them in that day. Because they're going to be all alone. It's going to be all this tribulation going on out here, and they're not going to have a man. They're not going to have a head to lead and guide them. And a woman out here stands no chance on her own. You need a man to, especially, I'm not even going to say just a man. You need a man of the Lord, okay? A man that can instruct you in the ways of righteousness, right? That's what kind of man that you need, right? But it says 7 women. Now, even when you look at, there are more men, more women that exist than men. I believe that the figure is 10 women to every man, right? So it says in that day, which is the day of tribulation, it says 7 women shall take hold of one man. They're gonna say, look, you don't even gotta feed us, you don't have to clothe us, only let us be called by your name. You see that? So only marry us, take us and let us be called by your name to take away our shame. See that? So that's the times that we coming into. And come 2023, hey, you definitely gonna be seeing it. All right, because hey, these Western women have had a good run. You've had your time to gad abroad and whore yourself out to all these different men. Live wild and crazy, use yourself up, not cherish your virginity. And now we're coming into the times where it's things are getting hard for these women, and that's why you're seeing a return to this traditional lifestyle. So with that, hope I wasn't too all over the place. Hopefully this lesson was edifying. Call hello Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakadash. Till next time, Shalom to the elect. Come Yashala DTA in the Bible Ball. Come back here.